From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Car thefts are a major problem in cities across the country, and in Oakland, the city has seen a double-digit spike this year. We break down the numbers behind the troubling trends. Alameda County's embattled district attorney makes her case to voters in Oakland as she tries to beat back a recall attempt. And when someone is experiencing hunger, their search for help often begins with a distressed phone call. How a local food bank keeps a hotline going to help families make a much-needed connection. Good morning, and thanks for starting your day with us. Today is Sunday, December 17th. I'm Max Darrow. Well, we may have dodged the rain so far this weekend, but it is on the way to the Bay Area. First Alert meteorologist Darren Peck joins us now with what you can expect as you begin your Sunday.
Well, happy Sunday morning. We've got a spare the air today. Bay Area Air Quality Management District has extended that through today, so no fireplaces in your wood-burning fireplaces today. Other than that, it's a few high clouds, it's a little hazy, and daytime highs that are in the low 60s, and you're going to notice the clouds subtly increasing today, and there is a chance that you could see a stray shower. If you look at the futurecast, watch what happens today. Maybe an isolated shower comes in here or there through the afternoon and the evening. Wouldn't amount to much, but you're likely to see some light rain through the afternoon and evening. But it's really tomorrow, taking a look at Monday morning, when the more impressive rain starts to arrive. And then we've got quite a busy week. We're going to outline all the opportunities for rain. There are several of them, and I'll see you with that in the complete First Alert forecast in just a bit.
In Oakland, vehicle thefts have surged more than 40% this year, despite the implementation of several programs that are supposed to reduce those numbers. Our Da Lin has the details.
I grew up in Oakland and covered countless stories here over the years, so nothing really surprises me. That was until I saw the number of stolen cars. Here's a printout of the latest crime stats. Oakland police report they recorded almost 14,000 stolen cars between January 1st and December 10th. That's a 46% increase compared to last year. For the daily average, that comes out to 40 stolen cars a day. To give you a better perspective, these are the numbers from the last 10 years. They're posted on the city's website. The numbers have always been high, close to 8,000 in 2013, 6,000, 9,000, but they never surpassed the 10,000 mark until this year. And the year's not even over, 13,999. It's a record for Oakland. In fact, police recorded more car thefts than car break-ins. They received over 13,000 reports of car break-ins. Now, police admit this number is very deceiving. Should be much higher. They say a lot of people simply don't report break-ins anymore. Aside from stealing cars for parts, officers tell me criminals are often using stolen cars to commit other crimes, like burglaries and robberies. Oakland police say burglaries are up 25% this year compared to last, and robberies are up 36%. Thieves are targeting all makes and models, but police say they see a lot more Hyundais and Kias because some of their models don't have engine immobilizers, which make them easier to steal. Experts say it may be wise to buy a steering wheel lock. It should deter, if not slow down, the thief. So what's next? The city is installing about 300 license plate readers, like this one. City leaders believe the cameras will alert officers when they get hits on stolen cars. It's one of the solutions they're working on to try to slow down this crisis. That was Da Lin reporting there. So here is how Oakland numbers stack up against San Francisco and San Jose. You see that about 40 per day in Oakland. Well, according to each city's police website, San Francisco saw an average of just under 19 car thefts every day. San Jose averages about the same, just over 19 a day. In San Francisco, police helped reunite a little girl with her father after someone stole his car with the child inside. Police say the car was stolen in the area of Ashton and Holloway on Friday afternoon. Now, they were able to manage to track down the car just about 11 minutes after that call came in, and fortunately, the child was not hurt. The father could be seen holding tightly onto his daughter moments after this entire ordeal came to an end. So far, there have been no arrests made.
We work too hard to let somebody come in and take it back.
Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price is fighting the effort to remove her from office. Price's opponents are led by a group called Save Alameda for Everyone. But on Saturday, Price and some community groups rallied to keep her in office, pushing back against criticism of her policies and accusations that she is overly lenient with criminal defendants.
We are fighting back. We are standing on the right side of history. We are standing on justice. We are standing for progress, for improvement of our criminal justice system.
While the DA was holding her event, recall backers were out collecting signatures in Jack London Square. The Board of Supervisors voted last month to put recall rule changes on the March ballot to let voters decide. If those changes are approved, recall organizers may have to collect thousands of additional signatures. And when it comes to public safety in the East Bay, a Posada celebration in Oakland is the latest effort to bring crowds back to areas like the Fruitvale district. Organizers hope it'll encourage residents to feel safer in their communities. Our John Ramos has the story.
There are plenty of victims of crime in Oakland, but there are even more victims of the fear of crime. And those are the people this event was meant to help. People turned out in droves to celebrate the Posada Festival's quinceañera, or 15th birthday. There were all kinds of fun, music, food, and dancing, and even a lighthearted chance to sit with Sancho Claus. And the highlight of the event, what was billed as the largest piñata in Oakland's history. Alex Cox actually founded the event as a toy distribution party, and it's only grown from there. But the event offered another experience, just as important as fun.
I'm telling you, there is a really heightened level of safety in Fruitvale District to allow shoppers to feel safe and to be able to enjoy the vibrancy of this community.
Safety. It's a primary concern about anything happening in Oakland these days, and it is affecting businesses year-round. Socorro Martinez was running the Torta Loca restaurant on this day and said it was nice to see people on the sidewalks again.
It's good. It's good always to have something because bring people to the area. Things happen in the area, the robbery and all that. So not too many people come or not many people stop to buy.
At one point, like a lot of businesses, the restaurant had to board up its front because of the groups of people breaking into them.
So in here, them do it just for fun because it's nothing to take. But them go inside even if it's nothing. So it's hard because the people don't care.
But some care. Earlier in the week, the local Unity Council announced a plan to try to help the merchants.
We're excited to kick off our holiday shopping campaign called Find It in Fruitvale.
We have been investing heavily in public safety measures for the past probably couple years.
They know if they can calm people's fears, the people will come back. And the more people in an area, the less crime tends to happen. It's a popular concept these days called activation.
This is space activated, community activated from the ground up because we keep us safe.
George Galvis was calling himself Homie Claus, but he also leads a neighborhood youth nonprofit called Courage.
What we know is that we keep us safe. The truth of the matter is, law enforcement budget has gone up 30% in the last 4 years. Crime has gone up at the same time. So you cannot correlate increased police budgets with increased public safety.
On this day in the Fruitvale, there were lots of people keeping each other safe. And just as the Piñata Gigante showered the community with treats, in turn, the community helped people like Socorro feel there are still people out there who care.
That was John Ramos reporting. More than 250 small businesses in the Fruitvale neighborhood have joined together for this holiday campaign.